Good morning, children. Hope you are all fine and studying also. So, if you remember, last week till Thursday we had talked about different modes of separation, and we were doing chapter 5, separation of substances. Now today also we will continue with the same concept, but 2-3 more new things which are not discussed in your books I will be telling in this session. And after that, after knowing those 3-4 terms, we will be revising the concept in this class. So starting with the first thing, what we had talked about in separation of substances, we had first talked about the purpose of separation. There are two main purposes. First, to get rid of unwanted substance, and second, sometimes we want to separate two useful components. That is why we also do separation in that case. So two main purposes. Then we had talked about different modes of separation. In that we had talked about hand picking. Then we had talked about threshing. Then we had talked about winnowing. Then we had talked about sieving. Then we had talked about sedimentation. Then decantation. Then finally we had talked about filtration. These are the techniques which we had done. Now just revising बच्चे, जैसे जब हमने देखा था कि विनोइंग में the husk is separated from the grain particles, and the basic principle behind winnowing is the difference between the weight. So difference between the weight, lighter and heavier components, they were separated because of the winnowing. In winnowing, the basic principle is between the weights of the components which we are to separate. So the husk being lighter, it flows away with the wind and falls off at a greater distance, and the grains which are heavier, they just fall in front of our foot, and one heap of grain is we get one heap of grains, and other heap of husk we get, but that is at a distance of the heap of the grains. So the basic principle lies in the difference between the weight of the two components. And then we had talked about sieving. तो सीविंग में हमने क्या देखा था, मान लीजिए नमक और चीनी के पार्टिकल्स मिक्स हो जाते हैं, तो आप उसको छलनी से छानते हैं. तो द प्रिंसिपल बिहाइंड सीविंग इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द साइज ऑफ द कंपोनेंट्स. साइज ऑफ द कंपोनेंट्स. चलिए, तो ये तो हमने वी हैव जस्ट रिवाइज्ड. नाउ उसके बाद हमने सेडिमेंटेशन पढ़ा था. सेडिमेंटेशन में वी ऐड वाटर एंड द हेवियर solute or the heavier particles, they settle down at the bottom of the water, and then we take out the water. That is next process, which is decantation. So in this way we can separate the two components. Now one more method is there, that is known as centrifugation. सेंट्रीफ्यूगेशन. अब सेंट्रीफ्यूगेशन में क्या होता है, सेडिमेंटेशन में तो आपने देखा कि जितने आपके हेवियर पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, दे जस्ट सेटल डाउन एट द बॉटम, एंड वाटर विच इज लाइटर इट कीप्स ऑन फ्लोटिंग, एंड विद वाटर इफ सम लाइटर कंपोनेंट्स आर आल्सो देयर, मान लीजिए हस्क इज देयर, if there are small twigs or small leaves which are not heavy, which will not be able to settle down at the bottom, so they remain on the top of the water and keep floating. तो सेडिमेंटेशन में हम जितने भी पार्टिकल्स होंगे जो हैवी होंगे वो आपके सेटल हो जाते हैं. एंड इन दिस वी हैड टेकन द एग्जांपल ऑफ सैंड, व्हेन मिक्सचर ऑफ सैंड एंड वाटर. लेकिन मान लीजिए अगर हमारे पास इफ वी हैव पार्टिकल्स विच हैव डिफरेंट वेट्स, मान लीजिए अलग अलग वेट के आपके पास किसी मिक्सचर में पार्टिकल्स हैं, तो आप उनको कैसे सेपरेट करेंगे? इन दैट केस यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सेपरेट देम थ्रू सेडिमेंटेशन, बिकॉज सेडिमेंटेशन में ऑल द पार्टिकल्स विल सेटल डाउन। उसमें आपके हैवियर और लाइटर भी, थोड़े से हैवी और जो थोड़े से उससे लाइट होंगे वो सेटल हो जाएंगे, बिकॉज दे विल ऑल बी लाइटर देन द वाटर, so all the particles will settle down. So in this in case of sedimentation, we can only get the heavier components and the lighter water, or the light components which will keep on floating on the water. But if we have a mixture of many components which have different size, which have different density, कुछ हैवी है कुछ लाइट है, तो उनको हम सेडिमेंटेशन से नहीं सेपरेट कर सकते, बिकॉज they will all be heavier than the water and all of them will settle down in sedimentation through the process of sedimentation, so we won't be able to separate those. Now if we have a mixture where different particles are there, they have different size, they have different weights, they have different density, then how we will separate them? So in that case what we do, we take a mixture of such components, add it in a liquid. These are the different type of components present. Then we take it in a tube, and this tube is rotated in a rotor. These tubes are rotated in a machine which move very fast, बहुत ज्यादा तेज वो मूव करते हैं, and because of the movement, the particles, they just arrange themselves according to their size and according to their density. So the mixture is rotated, is kept in a tube, and these tubes are fixed in a machine, and the machine is switched on. The machine moves very fast, rotates very fast, and with the high speed, the particles, the mixture of particles according to their size and according to their weight or density, they just get separated. Now after rotation, after centrifugation, what we can see? We can see the particles with big size and which are like they are heavier, तो ये एक लेयर हो जाएगी उन particles की. Then we can have a second layer of particles which are smaller and lighter. Then if 3-4 types of different particles are there, then we might get, these are still lighter and smaller, these are still lighter and smaller. So you can see we have a first layer, then we have a second layer, and finally we have a third layer, and then we have water or any solution. It depends which type of particles are there. So this is the liquid medium. Now you can see here it is a mixture with many type of particles, which different particles, they are different in size, they might be different in density, in weights. So after centrifugation, we can easily separate a mixture which has 2, 4, 5, 7 or more than 2 types of particles in it. So this process is known as centrifugation. So this is a new term which is not mentioned in your books, but you should be knowing about this, the method of centrifugation. So this is what I wanted to tell you. Now the one more concept which is not mentioned in your books, I will talk about that. Chaliye, we had talked about 2 processes, evaporation and condensation. Evaporation is a process where the water changes from liquid form to its vapor form. So evaporation में क्या होता है? The water changes into vapors. तो इसमें liquid state is changing into gaseous state. ठीक है? Then in condensation में हमने क्या पढ़ा था? The vapors or the water vapors Vapors, which is a gaseous state, changes into liquid water. Vapors changes into water, which is a liquid state, है ना, on cooling. This is on heating. Now, in this process, evaporation, liquid state, water in the liquid state, when we provided it with heat, it changes into gaseous state and become vapors. And in condensation, vapors, water vapors, which is a gaseous state, changes into liquid water. So we have done evaporation and condensation. Now, a third process is there, which is known as sublimation. Sublimation. What is this process? Sublimation is a process in which the gases, they change into a solid form. Gases change into solid form directly. तो आपकी गैस है, ये डायरेक्ट सॉलिड फॉर्म में चेंज हो रही है. Gases are get changed into solid form. This process is known as sublimation. और आपका एक वेरी कॉमन गैस विच इज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, व्हेन चेंज्ड इनटू इट्स सॉलिड फॉर्म, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस को जब हम उसको सॉलिड फॉर्म में चेंज कर देते हैं, इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ड्राई आइस. ड्राई आइस बोलते हैं उसको, जो कि दिस आइस इज नॉट मेड अप ऑफ वाटर. ये पानी की बर्फ नहीं है. द कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड विच इज अ गैस has been directly converted into solid form, and as a result it forms, it is like ice, but it has not come from water. That is why we call it as dry ice. So sublimation is a process in which gases are changed into solid forms directly. So this was the second term which I wanted to discuss with you. Now we have talked about the process of evaporation and condensation. We will just talk about some examples which we see in our daily lives. आपने देखा होगा when you put your clothes, आपके गीले कपड़े होते हैं, when you put on your tar and then after some time you see that the clothes gets dry. क्लोथ्स, वो पानी जो गीले कपड़े होते हैं वो आपके सूख जाते हैं. वाई इज इट सो? एंड इन समर्स द प्रोसेस इज इवन फास्टर. योर क्लोथ्स ड्राई फास्टर ड्यूरिंग समर्स. तो व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस बिहाइंड इट? इट इज सिंपली इवेपोरेशन. Evaporation is the changing of liquid water into gaseous state or vapors, leaving the clothes, and this process is known as evaporation. And since in summers there is lot of heat, सूरज आपका बहुत ज्यादा तेज ब्राइट चमक रहा होता है, टेम्परेचर्स आर ऑल्सो हाई, हीट इज ऑल्सो देयर. सो इन समर्स the clothes get drier fast because of the process of evaporation. सूरज की गर्मी से जो पानी हमारे कपड़ों में होता है, it gets evaporated and then it is changed into gaseous state and leaves the clothes, and as a result the clothes get drier and the process is fast in summers. तो ये बहुत कॉमन एग्जाम्पल है इवेपोरेशन का, जो हम डेली यूज में देखते हैं. हमारे गीले कपड़े सूख जाते हैं जब हम उनको बाहर टांगते हैं. नाउ द सेकेंड प्रोसेस इज कंडेंसेशन. ये आप अपने आप ट्राई कर सकते हैं. यू टेक आउट बॉटल फ्रॉम योर फ्रिज. वाटर बॉटल आप पानी की निकालें, फ्रिज में से बाहर निकालें और उसको थोड़ी देर के टेबल पे रख दें. आफ्टर सम टाइम यू विल सी स्मॉल ड्रॉपलेट्स ऑन दी सरफेस ऑफ द वाटर. तो वाई दैट हैपन्स? पानी तो बॉटल के अंदर है, लेकिन वो पानी बाहर कैसे आ जाता है? बॉटल आपकी बंद है, आपने फ्रिज में से बॉटल निकाली एंड यू हैव जस्ट केप्ट आउटसाइड ऑन द डाइनिंग टेबल और ऑन टेबल. आफ्टर 5-6 minutes you will see that the water droplets will cover that water bottle. Why is it so? That is also a very common process and it is because of the condensation. So condensation आपको कैसे पता चला? Condensation is changing of gaseous state into liquid state. Now as all of you know, see I am just making a bottle. यहाँ पे हम बॉटल दिखा देते हैं. This is the water bottle. अब थोड़ी देर में आप देखेंगे कि उसके ऊपर पानी के ड्रॉपलेट्स आ जाते हैं, वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स. Why is it so? Because as we know we have atmosphere around it. हवा होती है हमारे चारों तरफ, दो वी कैन नॉट सी इट बट वी फील इट। तो हवा एटमॉस्फेयर में देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ गैसेस एंड देयर इज ऑल्सो वाटर, मॉइस्चर भी होता है हवा में, हमारा मॉइस्चर होता है। मॉइस्चर इज नथिंग, इट इज वाटर विच इज प्रेजेंट इन द एटमॉस्फेयर। नाउ द वाटर which is in the atmosphere in the gaseous state में atmosphere में हमारे पास moisture है, water molecules हैं, but they are in the gaseous state, they are in the vapors में होते हैं वो पानी के, जो आपके पानी होता है that is present in the form of gas, vapors में आपके atmosphere में present होते हैं। What happens when these water vapors they come and touch the cool surface of the bottle? You have taken out the bottle from the fridge. The water is quite cold. The surface of the bottle is cold. ठंडी होती है वो. And the vapors of water vapors which are present in atmosphere, when they touch the cool surface, they are like we are cooling them. They are cooled down and the gaseous state changes into the liquid state. तो गैस में हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में मॉइस्चर होता है, दैट इज नथिंग, इट इज वाटर वेपर्स। एंड एज सुन एज दोज वाटर वेपर्स दे हिट द बॉटल, द सरफेस ऑफ द बॉटल इज कोल्ड, ठंडा है, एंड द वाटर वेपर्स ऑन कूलिंग टर्न्स इनटू लिक्विड, लिक्विड में वो टर्न हो जाते हैं वो वेपर्स, और वो बॉटल के आसपास दे कलेक्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर droplets. So the atmospheric water, when it hits the cold surface, it changes into liquid state, and as a result we can see water droplets on the bottle, or you can say on bottle, or if you take any, you can take any plate, you can take any bowl, if it is cool, ठंडा है, अगर वो खाली है, ठंडा है, पानी उसमें है या नहीं है, उसके साथ भी जब हमारा एटमॉस्फेयर हवा उसको टच करेगी, बिकॉज एटमॉस्फेयर हैज मॉइस्चर इन इट in which water vapors are present, as soon as the water vapors will touch the surface of the cold substance, it will change into liquid form, which is and it will be visible to us in the form of droplets. So these are very common examples which you evaporation और condensation के, जो आप normally घरों में आपको दिखते हैं। So this was all about the chapter. Now I will just see the questions from the book which you need to do in your notebooks. Now question 1 is, why do we need to separate different components of a mixture? Give 2 examples. This we have already done. First, to get rid of unwanted substances, and second, to separate 2 useful components. What is winnowing? Where it is used? Winnowing is a process of separation of husk from grains by blowing airs. ठीक है, where it is used ये आप लिख सकते हैं, which we have already done. Now how will you separate husk or dirt particles from a given sample of pulses before cooking? Husk और dirt और या फिर dirt particles आप कैसे निकाल सकते हैं pulses में से before cooking? तो husk तो अगर आप तो you can either remove them from hand picking से निकल जाएगा, otherwise we wash the pulses or grains before cooking. तो आप उसको पानी में जैसे ही डालेंगे, the husk, the lighter substances, they will keep coming on the surface of water, they will start floating on the surface of water, and then you will throw that water with husk and dirt particles. So this is question 3. Then question 4, what is sieving, where it is used? आपको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से पता है, sieving is a process where the 2 components are separated on the basis of their size difference with the help of a sieve. Where it is used, तो आप उसमें लिख सकते हैं, when we have to separate bran from the flour, wheat flour में से जब चोकर जिसको बोलते हैं उसको separate करना पड़ता है, then we use sieve, the process is known as sieving. और कहाँ पे यूज होता है? वेरी कॉमन एग्जाम्पल इज दी when we prepare tea and we want to take out tea from the tea leaves, so sieving is used. How will you separate sand and water from their mixture? Sand and water, the sand being the heavy, the sand particles being heavier, they will settle down at the bottom of the water, and we can take out water from it through decantation, and sand can be separated. चलिए, is it possible to separate sugar mixed with white flour? If yes, how will you do it? चीनी अगर आपके आटे में मिक्स हो जाती है तो आप कैसे सेपरेट करेंगे? सी देयर इज अ डिफरेंस इन द साइज. आटा का बहुत महीन है, पार्टिकल्स बहुत छोटे हैं, चीनी के पार्टिकल्स थोड़े मोटे हैं, तो जहां पे साइज डिफरेंस होता है वी यूज अ sieve. So to separate sugar, if it is mixed with flour, we will be using a sieve to separate the two components. चलिए, how would you obtain clear water from a sample of muddy water? दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. मडी वाटर से सैंपल आप पानी का कैसे, प्योर क्लैरिफाइड वाटर का सैंपल कैसे निकालेंगे? तो मडी वाटर को वी विल टेक द मडी वाटर एंड लेट इट कीप इट अनडिस्टर्ब्ड फॉर सम टाइम. Now the heavier particles of mud or sand, whatever is there, they will settle down sedimentation के through. Then we will decant the water. पानी निकाल लेंगे. After that the water will still have some impurities in it. So we will be using a process of filtration. फिर हम उसको फिल्टर पेपर के थ्रू वाटर को फिल्टर करेंगे and as a result the minute components or the insoluble particles which were not easily visible, they will stick to the filter paper and we will get clear water which we can collect in separate vessel. So these were all the questions from this exercise. Please do these questions in your notebooks, and with this we finish with the chapter. Now we will in next session we will be starting a new chapter. So this was all. Till then, do your work, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.